Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and this is the demontaxidriver, and he's in a Bishop, the tier 5 British SPG, and we're on the south spawn of Siegfried Lines encounter. Now this is an early replay from 2017, I think it's actually from January, so it's before some of the most recent updates including 9.18. So the artillery will have a slightly different behaviour. It might be slightly more powerful than before. Okay, he's set up in his Arty nest. And he's looking for targets. The thing about the Bishop is it's got such a short range, you do need to get close to the action. But if you're close enough, you might be able to get some decent shots in. It does shotgun very well, built on the hull of a Valentine. Round out. Oh, look at that strike. 187 hit points straight away on the IKV. That's a good shot. Shows how powerful the Arty were pre 9.18. Now, it's a good position to start firing at straight away because the enemy does tend to look at this road down the front of Siegfried Lines or down the front of the town. Try and get first sighting of the enemy. There's trees going down, so we know the enemy's there. I just don't think they've advanced yet, so we can get a sight of them. There's one, and it's a Churchill 7. Right, it's the next one up from the standard Churchill 1, but it's the tier 6 Churchill, you might say. And a lovely hit there, right on the rear of the Panzer III-4, and it tracks him. He's stuck in place, and so he's picking up damage assistance here. And he takes out the 3-4. Great shot. Okay, STRV-74, can he get a load in? Aim for just the corner, I think, because that's where he's going to sit while he's firing. That's what he's doing. Oh, no, you caught him while he was moving. But you're almost reloaded. The great thing about the Bishop, it's got such a fast reload. He's going to catch him as he's moving back. Oh, no, that's just a little too late. Right, that Churchill 7's been tracked. He's stationary. Not anymore. But he managed to get around into him anyway. Looked like it hit the back of the Churchill 7. Now that's definitely tracked him. And he's almost ready to fire. Rounds out. Lovely hit. 191 this time. He's picking up lots of assistance as well. This is what you don't see often. And the Churchill 7's down. Right, now he can go back to that STRV-74, which is being a bit of a nuisance on the main street, but he can put around into him. Even over those houses, he can get around into him, especially when he pulls back. And I think that's what demontaxidriver's waiting for. And the STRV is down anyway before he could get him. 3601H, a heavy. Now, can he get this one? Rounds out. No, overshoots. I think he was aiming for the rear, trying to get the engine deck. Always good to get a fire. Round out. Oh no, he pulled out of the way just in time. He got a. I think that critical hit damaged the track. Now, I think he's going to move forward. I think that is the wise decision. The enemy is being pushed back into their own half. And the ideal thing here would be for now to move to the edge of town. That slow Valentine chassis you can see there, with the superstructure on top. The superstructure is paper thin, but the chassis is really tough. That Valentine. Now the Death Toaster, better target than the 3601. And it's turning. Put a shell into its rear. Rounds out. Ooh. Yes, he does. He gets it. Lovely. He's looking for a shot on that 3601, but it's just Its buildings obstructing the field of fire. But it moves down the other end of the road and he can get it from there. Now, he's waiting for it to come into view. Yep, that's it. It can hit it. It's been rammed from the rear, but unfortunately the Su-85 died. But that shot made it certain he got him. Nice kill. Okay, Su-85 on the enemy side, and he's gone into the cover of the houses. Okay, at maximum range, there is a grant he can hit. Just at maximum range. He can just about get it. And he does! 205 hit points, and he gets the kill. That was a maximum range shot. Right over the other side of town. And there's now only 3 enemies left. One's the tank destroyer, the Stug 3G. Now the problem is that the Stug 3G was last seen out on the field behind a bunker. So there's a possibility he's still there, and he might see the demon taxi driver before the taxi driver sees him. So it's a problem concerning view range. Now he could get close to these dragon's teeth, and that means he's actually now within range of anybody who's in the north half of the town. But the problem as well is that he's close to those brick towers. They might obstruct the field of fire if he has to shoot in a different direction. And there's the Stug 3G. It's been found. He's in the town. And he just took out the Excelsior. Okay, now don't want to get too close to those brick structures because they will obstruct the fire. So he's going up in between the house, between the trees. No, he can't do that. It's a red line. You see the problem. The moment you see that red line, it's obstructed field of fire. I think everybody's homing in for the kill on that Stug 3G. But the danger for the Bishop is that he turns very slowly. He's turning in circle. He's not that great. So if that Stug, who will turn quickly, comes upon him suddenly, he won't be able to turn to face it. And there's the Stug 4, the other enemy. Now that Stug 3 has been hit. He can hit him in the rear, and he does. He takes him out. Great shot. But the problem now is the Stug 4 is in the cap. And he doesn't really want to go any closer. Oh, there's the Stug 4's come for him. And he shotguns him, but it's not enough. And the Su-100 takes out the Stug 4. That was very gutsy. Very gutsy of the demon taxi driver. Just the Arty to kill now. Oh, and there's the Arty knocking on the door. He got taken out. But we know where the enemy Arty is. He is up in the northwest corner. In fact, actually, Demon Taxi Driver was indicating northwest corner of the map. So I think what's going to happen now is that the Su-100 is going to go looking for him, whilst the Fury stays in the cap. And the Fury's staying by the archway. Now, it may not be a wise move. I think he'd be better to go next to the building, and I think that's what he's doing. Relocating next to the building, because it's an obstructed field of fire for the AMX. Won't be able to hit him while he's in that corner. Instead, what the Fury's doing is driving around the square. Now, that is a silly move. Very silly. You can see where the AMX is actually aiming. He is trying to hit the building, and the Su-100 is looking in the wrong place. And the Bishop Demon Taxi Driver is trying to tell him it's in the corner, the other corner. Go west, young man, go west. Ah, he's got the message at last, I think. Yes, he's finally got the message. Unfortunately, the Fury driver still hasn't got the message, and he's parked in totally the wrong position. And the Su-100 is knocking trees down as he goes. Now that will tell the AMX where he is, if the AMX is looking. The Su-100 is so slow. Now the other problem here as well is that if the AMX is on the move, and already has moved into the cap area, the SU-100 is headed in the wrong direction. He has! That's exactly what's happened. The AMX is in the cap, and now he turns up, and it looks like he's fired, which means that the Fury can just unload on him. He doesn't need to do anything more, he just shoot him. And that AMX was probably reloaded, but it doesn't matter because he can't bring his gun to bear. Oh, such a pity for the SU-100. He could have ended up with getting another kill if he'd headed west straight away, because he would have intercepted that AMX on the way. So, let's have a look at the end of battle results, and it's a first-class tanker for the demontaxidriver in the Bishop. He also picked up a bruiser medal for getting 5 critical hits, crew incapacitations or module damage. And he got a fighter medal for getting at least 4 kills. In fact, he got 5 kills. And he was very gutsy about it when he shotgunned as one stood in the rear and one in its face. That certainly took some courage. If we look at the damage scores, we can see that the demontaxidriver came top when it came to damage with 1,357 hit points. He came top with kills with 5. And he came top when it came to base XP of 889. He fired 17 rounds, got 10 hits, 10 penetrations, 5 splash damage, did damage of 1,357, of which 659 was at more than 300 meters. He received 3 hits, 3 penetrations. He damaged 8 enemy vehicles. He killed 5 of them. And he did damage assistance of 480 hit points. On a standard account, he earned 21,677 credits, but after ammunition resupply and his repair, he takes away 15,276 credits. He earned the base XP of 889, and that's all he took away because there was no multipliers. But it was quite a good little battle, that, and very enjoyable. Please thank demontaxidriver by liking the video. And do subscribe to our channel because it's run for the benefit of the members. And hopefully I will see you in the next replay.